Hey, I bet you're wondering where I've been. A lot has happened. Uh, so the gist of it is that my computer broke or it crashed rather, and I was unable to use it for about 2.5 months. It took a full 3 months to get it fixed, but it's usable now. I worked with so many support people to get it done, and it ended up being me who figured out how to fix it after all the stuff that I learned through them. But yeah, so I wasn't able to edit the videos because my computer wouldn't even turn on. But now it's fixed and the videos will be coming. And then also some personal things happened. My grandmother died, which was really sad. And then Schroeder, who you see on the screen right now, he also died as well, and that was very sudden and out of the blue, and that was really sad. But yeah, so both Schroeder and Linus died this year, my kitty cats who have been in some of the videos. But here is the October bullet journal video. Listen to the end for some more messages. Thanks. Welcome back, friends. I am totally okay with this video being copyright struck for the use of this music. I knew what I was doing when I put it in here, so that's not going to be a surprise to me at all. But if you haven't guessed by the title and the music and the cover, October is Stranger Things themed. So I wanted to do something that was Halloween adjacent, that wasn't strictly Halloween, because I've done Halloween in the past, and so I wanted to do something that's a little bit different. So I chose Stranger Things because if anything, it's spooky, it's fun, very much fits the theme. So I looked at a whole bunch of different covers and movie posters, and I saw a few covers that other people had did, and I was like, these are really cool. And so I combined some covers. Everything is linked in the description below. So I've got the road to Hawkins, and then there's the big monster in the back, and I have my title. That was something I saw that was really cool, was doing it upside down, and I was like, wow, of course. But yeah, so the cover is pretty minimal, I think, compared to other things. It's very simple to do. It's just black, white, and red. I'm not doing any shadowing or coloring in. I've done that stuff in the past, and I've learned from my mistakes that I cannot color. I can trace and doodle, but do not ask me to color something in, because that's not gonna work out for me at the end, because I don't know what I'm doing. But then for the task tracker, as soon as I had the thought to do Stranger Things, I was like, the Christmas lights, I gotta do the Christmas lights. I really wanted to figure out a way to have the wallpaper in the background, but I couldn't figure it out in time, so I just did the Christmas lights by itself, which I think still worked out, and they turned out really cute. And I've got my different my task tracker things, productive, kind of productive, not at all productive, other stuff that prevented me from being productive, work or rest. Those are my criteria, the little circles. I don't think I've ever explained what those mean. And then on my self-care and habit tracker, I was like, I gotta have the kids somewhere. The kids, the fearsome foursome. 11 is not in there. That's the boys from before they met her, but I was like, it's okay. So I printed out a photo. This is one of the covers that I referenced for my cover. They had the kids in there, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to do the kids on the cover or if I wanted to do the monster, but I went with the monster, and I put the kids here because when I tried it the other way around, it just did not look right, and I didn't want to leave this big space open, so that's what it worked out being. And then for my mood tracker, I did waffles. I had no idea what I wanted to do for the mood tracker for the longest time, but I chose waffles, and then I decided that I was just going to draw the faces in the waffles, because I also played with, maybe I'll color the waffles different colors, but I was like, no, I want the waffles to be waffle colored. Waffles are superior to pancakes. Get your pancakes out of here and throw them in the trash. They literally make me gag. I hate them so much. Anyways, but yeah, so I did the waffles. They turned out super cute, and then I'm tracing the boys here because you know your girl loves to trace and transfer. Like, that's one of the big things I started doing this year, and it's got me so excited because I've been able to do stuff in my journal that I was never able to do before. And now you see my project tracker. Nia, that used to say word count tracker. Yes, it did. Or writing tracker, whatever it said. Well, I finished writing my novel, so I don't need to meet word counts anymore, but I do need to revise it. So I've been tracking my revision process and how far I've gotten into it. And it's really fun. I can't believe I finished it. That's really exciting. But anyways, when I'm recording this, it's been like 2 months now since I finished writing the book, but I'm still super excited. And so I had all this space at the bottom because I didn't know how I wanted my project tracker to be laid out. So I just started with something simple, and I was like, I can change it as I go on. And so I had this big space at the bottom. And so I was like, oh, I could put some other, like, you know, fun 80s themed things. So I got a cassette tape, and it has, you know, the one and only song, that like broke TikTok and the internet when season 4 came out, or at least part 1 of season 4. Running up that hill. I love that song. And so I've got the cassette tape with that on there, and I've got this button. I saw someone drew this button, and says "Friends Don't Lie" with like a stack of pancakes, and so I drew that. And all the inspiration, like the covers, the doodles, everything is linked below so you can see it. And then the 20-sided die, I just drew that because I know they play Dungeons and Dragons, and so I was like, okay, let me just draw some of these because that'll make it look really cool, and it is related to the show. But yeah, and then the button, I wanted it to look really interesting, so I mostly colored it in with pen, so it like came out looking really cool, and I really like that, how that looked in that effect, because I also did something similar in my September journal when I was coloring in the stripes with the pen, and I just like the texture that it creates and how bright the colors are, and I think I'm going to try something like that again. Okay, so listen, what happened was I was so twisted and turned up about trying to figure out how to do this project tracker that I forgot to write and do the gratitude and reflection log. Like, didn't even make the pages, so they're out of order in my journal, because usually the project manager and the goals and review page are the last, because that's the end of the month or whatever. But so they're out of order. That's not going to happen again. But I didn't know what I wanted to put down here, so I decided to just do what I did on the project tracker page and kind of just fill in with like a bunch of little random bits and doodads from the show. And Schroeder was not having it. Like, he kept popping into the screen, and I was like, hey buddy, love for him to pop into the screen now, but he was like, I would like some attention. And then there's a black cat over to the side that you saw. That's our new kitten, Franklin. That I'm gonna have to make a whole video about the cats, because a lot of stuff has happened in terms of cats. But we rescued Franklin from, like, he and his siblings would pop up in our backyard all the time, and we rescued them when they were like 2.5 months old, and so that's Franklin sitting over there. But yeah, I just did a whole bunch of little bitty things here, and I think it turned out really cool. It's like a little collage of Stranger Things things. Okay, but I hope you enjoyed it. Like, I think the pages turned out super cute, and I really liked it. Here are the final pages of what they look like. The cover, my task tracker, my task list. I really like having a section for a task list that's large like that. I went back after and I added, because I love me some marker watercolor to make it look all cloudy, because it felt like the page wasn't finished. So I went back and I added that. Did not get it on video. And then here's the finished gratitude and daily reflections page. I covered up my stuff because that's private. I covered it up. That's my stuff. But you can see how far into the month I made it before I recorded it. And then here's my finished project tracker and goals and review page. And this was really fun. And you guys, it only gets better, because usually I don't know what I'm about to be doing for the next few months, but November and December are so freaking cool. Okay, I messed up the calendar, and it took me a long time to realize it. Like, after I inked it down already, that was on me. But I fixed it. And then here's what the mood tracker looks like, having like filled out pages and done things. And you can see my key at the top, and it's just drawing faces on the waffles. But I think it's cute. Here's a close-up of the pages at the bottom, so you can kind of see what the quotes say and get a closer look at what it is. The Hellfire Club and I didn't run away this time, right? And then here's like this like upside down, like the top world and the upside down world, and I thought that was super cute. I almost wanted to do something like that on a bigger scale for my cover, but it was too involved. Gracie, wake up. I don't like this. Gracie, wake up. Okay. But you can be expecting videos for the rest of December, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays until the new year. Thanks. Bye.